In backtesting, traders often don't know the difference between a start of bar model and an end of bar model, and that's very important because it depends on what backtester that you're dealing with. If you've written it yourself, then there's no problem, but if it's an off-the-shelf solution, you need to know whether the importer deals with start of bar or end of bar CSV and text data. So today I'm going to show you that very briefly. So we'll choose a random symbol, we'll open the session manager and we'll choose, say, the Canadian dollar that's in front of us, and this is already set to the old pit hours of 0720 to 1400, so that's as good as any. It's set to exchange time, so we'll use that particular symbol for the demonstration. So we'll open the role manager and we shall clear everything there and pick up the Canadian dollar, and we're just going to roll with the role settings that are there just to basically get some data, and just let us go up to 2015 to make the test nice and quick, and we shall roll the contracts and then close the role manager. Remember, Portara is always a two-step process. It's like putting on your shoes. Your left shoe goes on, you run the role manager, and your right shoe goes on and you run the compression manager. So we'll open the compression manager, and the compression manager reads the files that you've just created with the role manager and applies all the formatting and options to that particular data stream that you require. And in front of us here we can see the start of bar and end of bar checkboxes, which we're now about to look at. Now in a few moments we're going to run the compression manager and the folder will appear here with our data in, and we can compare and contrast the difference between our start of bar and end of bar models. So for now we shall minimize that and we shall keep the settings here which are generic. We'll start with the start of bar, and the last state template here is what we set in our session manager for the 0720 to 1400 hours, which is what we want to test with. Let's create some 10-minute bars so we can see the differences, and we shall run this with a TXT extension to begin with, and we shall create streams, and once that's complete we'll now move to the end of bar model and change that to, say, CSV. Let's pick that up so we know that's different, and we create streams again. So now we have one start of bar, one end of bar file with two different extensions. So let's go and look at the data. So let's bring back the data folder, and now you'll notice 10 minutes folder's appeared, and in there are two files, one the CATXT, which is our start of bar. Let's open that, and we can see now just on the first day in question the start of bar is 0720 on 10 minutes, and look at it closes there at 1350. Now if we contrast that with our CSV, which we know is the end of bar, and put that alongside, we can see now the difference is 0730 and the last timestamp in the day is 1400. So you can see there, and if you look along the line, if you look along that first line, you'll see that the only difference is the actual timestamp itself. All the data is perfectly the same, and it's interesting to note that some backtesters require a start of bar approach where others may give you an alternative choice, and some backtesters prefer the end of bar approach. So it all depends on what you are working with. And also notice this was 10-minute bars, so the wider that you open the compression, say to 30-minute bars, the bigger the difference is going to be depending on what backtester you are dealing with. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. Cheers, bye bye. And just remember, if you'd like further details of any of Portara and CQG Datafactory products, then please contact me, Arthur Maddock, at portaracqg.com. on the website there you can see the CQG databases that we hold and which you can purchase through a subscription with Portara, and other pertinent information there too. Okay, cheers.